So good morning. Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Oh, great. How are you, Maisie?
Very good, thank you. Well, welcome and welcome to our audience. Today we're speaking with Gary Kracoff from Johnson Compounding. Gary is a pharmacist with a degree in naturopathic medicine, and Gary offers consultations. Well, now they're virtual with COVID-19 going on, but folks can still reach out for assistance with understanding the why behind their symptoms. So we're going to just ask Gary a few questions. And Gary, why don't you lead us here in telling our audience about your work and a little bit about Johnson Compounding and your role there.
Okay. Well, I really help out in the health and wellness center. Johnson's is a traditional corner pharmacy, and back about 20 years ago, we stopped filling regular prescriptions. We do custom compounding, both sterile and non-sterile. And the whole front of the store is a health and wellness center. We got rid of all the regular pharmacy, health and beauty aids, and the Tylenol and Motrin and all that. And we really pride ourselves on having the top quality products in stock for people. And my main role there is to work with our clients and our customers, both on the floor, once we get back open to the public again after COVID. But when people have questions, they can come in and there's somebody there that understands the health and wellness side and the products to help you select your supplements. We also, one of my big roles is, as you said, I do have a consultation area. I have my own office, and we have either over the phone, virtual, or when we're back up and running normally, in-person consultation to help people figure out the why behind why they don't feel good. Because most of our therapies, or most of the therapies people are getting, and thank God we have them, the pharmaceuticals, either stimulate or suppress. So you feel better, but you're not fixing the underlying problem. We work at figuring out why your system isn't doing what it should be and helping your body do what it should be. And whether it be digestion or inflammation, if you get the body working better, then the symptoms start going away. And something I learned from my mentor probably 25, 30 years ago is everybody, no matter what age you are or what health status you're in, everyone can feel better than they do currently. And that's really my goal, whether you're a 20-year-old, a teenager, and a mother with a baby, or even someone, it's funny now I'm part of the senior citizen group. I don't feel like it, but even if you're in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, we really need to be doing things to feel better.
Right.
Something that really pushes me over the years, but now it really hit home. I have 2 grandchildren, and I want to be able to be with them for a day and be getting up and down off the floor all day long without moaning and groaning and be able to keep up with them.
Right. Nice. Excellent. Thank you. So Gary, what's going on at Johnson's right now? What changes or adaptations have you guys made to, still continue to service the community in light of where we're at?
It's been evolving, and daily or weekly, depending upon what's going on, it's changed. At first, what we did was we were trying to keep not too many people in the store. We were cleaning everything and disinfecting. Then a couple weeks ago, we got to a point where what we did was we roped off nicely an area right by the door, and we became everyone's personal shoppers. So people can come in, let us know what they want. We would go get it. So we could bring what we had, and we have a pretty good supply. But one of the concerns we had was not so much that sick people would be coming in, but you didn't know if you had it.
Right.
And we were concerned that if people were handling all the products, at that point, we didn't know, could it be transferred by products?
Right.
So we became personal shoppers. Now we're at the level where we're only letting one person at a time into that area right by the door.
Okay.
And that's good. So if you need to pick up a prescription and talk to the pharmacist, you can. We'll be your personal shopper, but we're doing an awful lot trying to get people to call us, and we'll be the personal shopper. We all have mobile headsets,
Okay.
and we can go out and be your eyes and ears and let you know what we have, what we recommend. We can put the order together, and then we're doing parking lot pickup. When you get to the store, you call us. It's all paid for. We come out with masks and gloves on and hand it to you, or if you pop your trunk, we'll put it in the trunk, and everything is clean coming out to you, and you're clean, so there's no worry.
Right.
We're also on prescriptions on the compounds. We offer free shipping, and on the health on the front store, any order over $49 is shipped at no charge.
Oh, great.
So ideally, we thrive on face to face
Mm,
and being with people and talking to them. But realistically, right now, we're encouraging people, don't come down.
right.
It'll be, if you need it right away, we'll handle it safely. But if you have a couple of days before you need something, just give us a call. We'll ship it out usually that day, and you get it right to your house.
Right.
Another thing we started doing, which was a real quandary, it has to do, we're realizing we have too much regulation in this country. There's too many departments controlling. Hand sanitizer became impossible to get. And we have a lot of supplies to make hand sanitizer, but between the FDA and the Board of Pharmacy, originally the laws stated we couldn't make something like Purell and sell it over the counter. That's
Okay.
against the law because we're not a manufacturer and they
Okay.
have separate regulations.
Mm,
So we had thousands of dollars worth of ingredients that we could make hand sanitizer, but we weren't allowed to do it,
oh, wow.
which was insane.
Mm,
So we had to buy grain alcohol, which is very, very expensive.
mm,
And when it's shipped, it's a hazardous material,
right.
which adds to the cost. But
Mm,
we were able to start making hand sanitizer by the one formula the FDA approved.
okay.
And we were doing that. Problem was, we could get enough for maybe 40 4-ounce bottles. Then it was a week or two till we could get more supplies.
Right.
They've just changed the regulations. So we're now able to make 3 or 4 different formulas over the counter. So we do have, well, we're starting to produce hand sanitizer so people can call the store. We have a waiting list, and as we're making it, we're calling people and holding the bottle for them.
Oh, great.
And now, if someone needs it in larger quantity, what John and Andy, the two owners, did with the supplies that we had that we weren't allowed to use over the counter, the FDA allowed us to make that on prescription. So for
Oh,
the police and the first responders, we got them to have a doctor call in a prescription, and we could make
excellent.
large quantities for them to help out the first responders. And if
Excellent.
somebody does need a larger quantity on prescription, it can be made. So that's something that they were working on for weeks
Mm,
because it was just a bureaucratic snafu that
right.
prevented compounding pharmacies from making hand sanitizer,
Mm,
which we need.
right. Well, it's good to see that there are good things. I mean, I'm experiencing some good things coming out of this as well. So, I mean, just the opportunity to connect here. You know,
Absolutely.
this is
And
something that I've been wanting to do for years, and
it's
just
happened.
never had
Well,
the
hopefully,
time.
and hopefully we're all going to learn we can manage our time a little better. And a
Right.
lot of the essential things we were doing really aren't essential,
Right. Yeah.
and there's more important things. Um,
Absolutely.
so, it's everything has changed, even to the point of, the, what is it called? Instacart for the
Oh, yeah.
supermarket.
Mhm.
So you don't have to go in. Now, granted, that's a whole nightmare in itself, trying to get your slot and what do they have. But you may not eat what you want to eat when you want to eat it.
Right.
But most people, can get enough food so they're not hungry.
Right.
And
Yep.
yeah, we were really spoiled, but we'll learn from this and
Oh,
come out
absolutely.
further ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
Gary, do you have a few tips for staying healthy in your home during this time for our
oh,
audience?
absolutely. Um, Really, what we're being hammered with on the news, the basics. You want to wash your hands and
Mm,
wash them properly for
mm,
20 to 60 seconds. Every time you touch your mail or you get a delivery of something, you may not need to but it takes a minute. Why not? And every single health professional says washing your hands and keeping your hands away from your face are the best prevention. It's better than masks, and it's better than hand sanitizer.
Mm.
If you don't have hand sanitizer, when you get packages, you can even, most of the things you're getting from the supermarket, a gallon of milk, you can wash that with soap and water. You don't have to have sanitizer.
Right.
So that's important. Staying hydrated, trying to keep stress level down. Not on a day like today, it's pouring out here, but when the sun's out, get some sun. The vitamin D is very good for you. And eating well, don't get in the habit you're stuck in the house, so you start eating all the comfort foods.
Right.
I've been hearing from a lot of my clients, they're eating healthier now, and they're the people who needed to are finding they're losing weight.
Yeah.
You know, so who would have thought being stuck in the house, you could lose weight?
Right.
Exercise. We need to be exercising. If you go out for a walk, make sure you're keeping your social distance. If you live in the city, that makes it very hard. So you really have to plan it, because that's important. And now they're recommending, and I agree with, when you're going into a store or in a more congested area, wear something over your face, because that can help prevent some of the droplets, you infecting someone and vice versa. I know the gym that we belong to, we're out in Metro West. A lot of the trainers on Facebook are offering trainings every day for free.
Right.
So you can be on your rug doing a full gym class workout. There's no excuse not to be exercising, and exercise boosts the immune system.
Okay, good.
And then lastly, get a good night's sleep. Even though a lot of the pay networks are giving everyone a month free, don't be binge watching till 3 a.m. just because you don't have to get up to go to work in the morning.
Great
So,
tips. Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're
So,
welcome.
Gary, how can our audience connect with you if they have an interest or need for your services?
They can call me at our regular number, 781-893-3870. My extension is 111, and I'm not there, but I'm checking my messages and calling people back very, very quickly. They can also reach me by email, Gary@naturalcompounder.com.
All right. Excellent.
All right.
Thank you so much. Anything else that you think we might have missed, or?
Well, I think one thing I heard this morning, that the numbers seem to be going down in some of the hot spots.
Okay.
So our numbers are supposed to be going up because we're a week or two behind. But what it seems to be internationally is, when things calm down and the spread seems to be going away, we have to be very, very careful. You can't let your guard down.
Right.
We need to be washing our hands and social distancing and masks and all that, because all the countries where people have let their guard down because things are getting better, there are still a lot of people who are carriers that have no symptoms, and there's a second wave which can be as bad as the first wave.
Right.
So we don't want to start coming out of this, everyone jump right back to their old routines and habits, and then have to reinstitute everything for another couple of months.
Right. Right.
So really be careful, because if we just do what we're doing, and it's inconvenient, but it isn't terrible, we can probably really cut down that second wave and get back to our normalcy much sooner.
Right. All right. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Gary. I appreciate it very much.
Anytime, and thank you. And it's great connecting with you. And one last thing, with the advent of the video conferencing and all the different things, a lot of families are now connecting on a regular basis, face to face, even though you're not face to face. And that's very good, because then that cuts down on the isolation feeling.
Oh, for sure. My family's doing, on Sunday afternoons, we've been doing craftery Sundays. So one week
Very good.
Little trolls or gnomes, and last weekend a bunch of twig birdhouses. So yeah, we're having a good time.
Very good. Well, you have a great day. Thank you. This was fun.
You too, Gary. Thanks so much. Take good care.
Bye-bye.
Tell everyone I said hello.